Hello, and welcome to Horror and Monster Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at NECA's brand new 2018 Halloween quarter scale Michael Myers figure. And here he is out of the packaging. Now he comes with some kick-ass accessories. But first, let's go over the figure itself. And he is a total of 19 inches tall, from the bottom of his shoes to the top of his hair. And let's go ahead and take a look at the head sculpt first. Which I feel like they've done a pretty good job on the sculpt. I'm not sure about the coloring, especially on the upper lip area. But they've got some really neat eye inserts here too, with the dead eye as well, which I think looks really good. And the hair sculpt is actually well done too. Now his head is on a double ball joint, so you have plenty of movement and rotation, and it does rotate all the way around. Not that you'd really want to do that, but you can if you choose. So I think that is looking pretty good. Let's go to the torso, which has a soft vinyl covering over the pieces, which is good because it allows you movement of the collar. And overall, the torso sculpt looks really nice. They usually do a great job with these figures, and this is no exception. The sculpt work here, where they make it look like actual fabric, is well done. Let's check out the shoulder movements, which we have good movement here. Again, the soft vinyl covering over the torso allows for some really good movement, and we have full rotation of the arm as well on the shoulder. There's a double jointed elbow that is well hidden. Go ahead and close that guy up. And we have the first of many hand sculpts, which looks great, and the blood app on here is well done as well. The coloring might be a little bit too pink, but maybe that's just wiped off blood from his victims. But anyway, you have full rotation of the hand and ball joint here to allow you to have pivot. The hips are of the standard ratcheting feature, which I love because it allows a strong pose. And again, the torso flexes out of the way to allow for greater movement. The knee joint is well hidden and also very stiff, which is a good thing because it holds that position well. Then of course we have the feet, which have really good pivot from side to side. And then marginal front to back pivot. Not a whole lot going on here. It's kind of limited on the front pivot on one foot. The other foot seems to do better. But that may be just the way the pants material comes down here around the ankles, which is also sculpted very well. So let's go ahead and take a look at his accessories. We will put him aside to do that. Let's take a look at what all we have here. So obviously the coolest piece here is Officer Francis' severed head that NECA has done just a tremendous job on recreating. You can see all those gnarly little details in here for the mouth. And they've done just a great job here. The only nitpick would be is that since it's hollow all the way through here, it would have been nice if they had an LED feature on here so you could light it up as a jack-o'-lantern. But that's me kind of nitpicking. I think this is so rad. So there is poor Officer Francis. We will set him aside. And they give you a well done hammer with some nice bits of blood on there. And then the other weapon you get is his knife with a pretty well done blood app on here. Then we get some extra hands. So we have an extra left hand, which again is fairly pink, but I think that's just blood stain is what I think that is. But hopefully it's picking up on camera, but they take the time to even like do some veining on the back of the hand. And this is obviously when he gets his fingers chopped off. But very, very cool. Then you get an additional left hand. And again, just really good paint work. I feel like NECA is kind of stepping up their paint work and sculpt work for that matter. I mean, this thing looks really on point. Would have liked to seen a little bit more done with the nails. But again, that's me nitpicking. And then this is a left fist, which is made out of a nice material where you can kind of open it up and get the weapon down in there. So 4 left hands and only 1 right hand, but it would have been nice to have an inclusion of a opened right hand, but still, I don't know. I think that would have been something nice to include actually. We're just gonna go ahead and, well, there's no point in swapping that, but we'll put a weapon in here, which he holds very nicely. And then let's go ahead and swap out a left hand. And there's just a little peg insert on here. And we'll do the cut off fingers one, because I think that's most gnarly. Yeah, I think that looks badass. Okay, so final thoughts on this guy. I think he's kick-ass. I think NECA did a great job. Personally, I love the movie. I know we didn't really get into the movie that much, but I love the movie. I know a lot of fans didn't really care for it that much. I really liked it. I liked how they picked up after the first Halloween movie. Really, kind of like the first 3 Halloween movies are the ones that I like, and then everything after that is completely forgettable for me. And I know Halloween 3 is kind of its own thing, but I was perfectly happy with them just starting right after the first one and picking up with this new movie. And I'm excited about the new one coming out in a couple months. I think that NECA did a great job on this. I love their quarter scale figures. This can be had for about $120, and it's definitely worth the pickup. to me as a Myers fan and as a NECA quarter scale fan. It's definitely a must-have. So as always, feel free to leave me questions or comments on the piece, and I'll be happy to answer them. And feel free to like and subscribe and click the bell for notifications for new videos. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.